Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your hands and feet after a seafood-based meal? Or noticed a persistent metallic taste that does not disappear hours later? These may be disturbing experiences at any age, but if you are over 50, they could be warning signs that the fish you are eating is doing you more harm than good. According to experts, fish-related intoxications have increased significantly in the last decade, with certain species containing mercury and toxin levels that far exceed safety limits. Some of these fish may even be labeled as healthy in your local market, but that does not necessarily mean they are safe. The truth is that not all fish are created equal when it comes to their impact on your health. While some are packed with beneficial omega-3 fatty acids, others can accumulate dangerous toxins that can silently deteriorate your well-being over time. Ignoring these risks can lead to serious health consequences, including cardiovascular problems, joint pain, and neurological disorders. Today we are going to shed light on 6 fish that older adults should avoid at all costs. You will discover why these species pose hidden dangers, how they could endanger your heart, joints, or even your nervous system, and most importantly, what safer alternatives you can enjoy instead. Understanding these risks and making informed choices about the seafood you consume could protect you or a loved one from serious long-term complications. If you have family members or friends over 50, or if you are in that age group yourself, this information is essential. Many people unknowingly put their health at risk simply by making the wrong choices at the fish counter. By learning which options to avoid and which to prioritize, you can continue enjoying delicious and nutritious meals without unnecessary hazards. Before we dive into the list, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel, where we share the best health tips, natural remedies, and wellness advice to help you lead a healthier life. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now let's get started. If you have friends or family members over 50, or if you are in that age group, this is the perfect time to share this information. You never know who may benefit from a friendly warning. And if you appreciate direct health tips that can help improve well-being, stay tuned for more useful content. Now let's get started. The first fish on our list is a familiar element in Mediterranean cuisine that can be a stealthy source of cholesterol and joint problems: squid. When you hear squid, you might think of a plate of fried calamari or a tender stew. It is often praised for its high protein and mineral content, and in some ways that is true. However, a 100-gram portion of squid contains around 260 milligrams of cholesterol, significantly higher than most other seafood. This is important if you are trying to keep your LDL levels low or have a family history of heart disease. Experts suggest limiting squid intake to no more than 100 grams per week if you have high cholesterol, since excess LDL can harden the arteries and increase cardiovascular risks. Squid also contains purines, which the body converts into uric acid. If you are prone to gout, an excess of purines can trigger painful inflammation in the joints. Gout attacks can make daily activities difficult, especially if you are already experiencing age-related stiffness. To reduce these risks, consider cooking squid in healthier ways, such as steaming or grilling, instead of frying it in saturated fats. Marinating it in vinegar or lemon juice for half an hour before cooking may help break down purines, making it easier to digest. Combining squid with fiber-rich foods such as spinach or legumes can also help reduce cholesterol absorption. If you have high cholesterol or gout, consult your doctor before making squid a regular part of your diet. Occasional consumption may be fine, but prioritizing your health is essential. If squid surprised you, wait until you hear about fish number 2, escalar, also known as Lepidosibium flavobruneum. This fish is sometimes served in luxury restaurants, marketed similarly to swordfish or cod due to its white, firm flesh. However, behind its mild flavor lies a substance called toxin, a type of wax ester that can be disastrous for digestion. The human body has difficulty breaking down these wax esters. Excessive consumption can cause an oily diarrhea called chyriorrhea, which may last for hours and cause dehydration. This is especially dangerous for older adults, as dehydration can lead to dizziness, confusion, or even an increased risk of falls. Food safety agencies advise avoiding this fish entirely if you have gastrointestinal issues or a weakened immune system. If for any reason you still wish to consume it, experts suggest limiting portions to no more than 50 grams at a time and avoiding it more than once in a day. Some people try to bake or roast escolar with absorbent paper to reduce its fat content, while combining it with fiber-rich vegetables may help minimize digestive discomfort. However, given that several countries require health warnings about this fish and some have even banned it, it may be best to steer clear altogether. Tuna can also contain wax esters, but the next fish on our list presents an even bigger issue: high mercury levels. Let's talk about white tuna, sometimes called albacore. Many people love tuna salad or a well-grilled tuna steak, but albacore is among the highest in mercury concentration, with about 0.689 milligrams per kilogram. Mercury is a heavy metal that affects the nervous system, potentially causing memory problems, reduced cognitive function, and an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. It can also harm the kidneys and cardiovascular system. Health organizations recommend that adults do not exceed 1,600 micrograms of mercury per kilogram of body weight per week. This means that if you weigh 70 kilograms, you should probably not consume more than 200 grams of white tuna per week. To minimize the damage, limit consumption to once a month. Pairing tuna with selenium-rich foods such as Brazil nuts may help neutralize some of mercury's harmful effects. Some nutrition experts also point out that canned white tuna in water tends to have lower mercury levels than tuna in oil. If cooking fresh tuna, grilling or baking is preferable to frying, as frying may increase the accumulation of toxins in the meat. At this point, you may be wondering if all fish should be avoided. The good news is that some fish are still relatively safe and beneficial. The key is knowing which ones are suitable for frequent consumption and which should be enjoyed occasionally. Safer options include salmon, trout, herring, and smaller fish like anchovies, which have lower mercury levels and more beneficial omega-3 fatty acids. Some farmed fish can be less contaminated than wild-caught varieties, depending on species and origin, so it is worth researching your local fish sources. A balanced diet should include a variety of fish, lean meats, legumes, fruits, and vegetables. No single fish will meet all your nutritional needs, nor will any single dietary choice fix all health concerns. A good strategy is to alternate between different low-toxin fish and maintain a varied diet. If adjusting your seafood habits feels overwhelming, start with small changes. Perhaps reduce tilapia consumption to half. Opt for fresh sardines instead of canned ones, or cut back on squid to once every 2 weeks. High cholesterol and purine levels can also be managed by increasing fiber intake and staying well hydrated to support kidney function. If you have underlying conditions such as gout, kidney disease, or heart disease, consulting a certified dietitian or healthcare provider can help tailor your diet to your needs. Taking these precautions could not only improve your overall health but also help you avoid painful flare-ups or unexpected medical visits.